What if I told you that one of the strangest things about human beings is that we often seek out things that make us sad? Not because we have to, not because someone forces us, not because we have no choice, but because we want to. Think about it. When people are heartbroken, many of them don't search for cheerful songs. They don't immediately look for music that makes them forget. Instead, they open the saddest playlist they can find. Songs that remind them of someone. Songs that bring back old memories. Songs that make their eyes water. Songs that make their chest feel heavy. And perhaps the strangest part of all, they play those songs again and again and again. Almost as if sadness itself contains something irresistible, something worth returning to. But why? Why would humans willingly listen to music that makes them cry? Why do some of the most beloved songs ever written carry themes of heartbreak, loss, loneliness, and longing? And why do the songs that hurt the most often become the songs we treasure forever? Tonight, we are exploring one of the most fascinating mysteries of human psychology, a mystery involving emotion, memory, neuroscience, evolution, and the extraordinary power of music. This is the story of why humans love sad music. Let's begin with a surprising fact. When we listen to sad music, we are not experiencing sadness in the same way we experience real tragedy. Think about the difference. Losing someone you love is painful. Experiencing heartbreak can be devastating. Facing failure can feel crushing. Yet when a sad song plays, many people actually enjoy the experience. Why? Because the brain understands something important. Music cannot truly harm us. It creates emotional experiences without real-world consequences. In other words, music allows us to feel sadness safely. And that changes everything. Imagine watching a tragic movie. You may cry, you may feel emotional, you may even feel grief for fictional characters. But deep down, you know you are safe. You know it is only a story. The same principle applies to music. Sad music creates an emotional playground, a place where we can explore difficult feelings without experiencing actual danger. This phenomenon fascinates psychologists because under normal circumstances, people avoid sadness. We seek happiness, comfort, pleasure, security. Yet with music, the rules seem to change. And the reason may be that music transforms sadness into something beautiful, something meaningful, something worth experiencing. But there is an even deeper reason. Sad music often makes us feel understood. And the desire to feel understood is one of the strongest emotional needs humans possess. Have you ever listened to a song and thought, "This feels like it was written specifically for me"? As if the songwriter somehow understood your pain, your memories, your loneliness, your heartbreak, your fears, even though they've never met you. That feeling is incredibly powerful. Because humans are social creatures. We are not designed to suffer alone. And when a song perfectly reflects our emotions, it can feel like companionship. Like someone sitting beside us and saying, "I understand. I've felt this too." And suddenly, the burden becomes lighter. This is one reason sad music can feel comforting. Not because we enjoy pain, but because we enjoy feeling less alone. Now, let's talk about memory. Because music and memory share one of the strongest relationships in the human brain. A single song can transport us years into the past, instantly. A few notes begin to play, and suddenly we remember a specific summer, a particular person, a certain place, a forgotten conversation, a chapter of our lives we thought was gone. Music acts like a time machine, a trigger, a key that unlocks emotional memories. This is why some songs feel almost magical. They do not simply remind us of the past, they allow us to revisit it. For a few moments, the memories become vivid again. The emotions return. The people return. The feelings return. And sometimes, that experience can be overwhelming. Interestingly, many people believe they are crying because of the music itself. But often, they are crying because of the memories attached to the music. The song becomes a container, and inside that container, years of emotions have been stored. Scientists have discovered that music activates numerous regions of the brain simultaneously, areas involved in emotion, memory, reward, attention, prediction, and imagination. Few experiences activate so many systems at once. This is one reason music feels so powerful. It isn't merely heard, it is experienced. Now we arrive at one of the greatest paradoxes in all of psychology. Sad music can actually improve our mood. At first glance, that seems impossible. How can something sad make us feel better? The answer lies in emotional release. Human beings often carry emotions they never fully express. Stress, grief, disappointment, loneliness, heartbreak. These emotions can build up inside us, and sometimes they need an outlet, a way to escape, a way to be acknowledged, a way to breathe. Sad music provides that outlet. It allows emotions to surface, to be felt, to be processed. And once those emotions have been released, many people report feeling calmer, lighter, and more at peace. Psychologists often refer to this process as catharsis, the release of pent-up emotions. And music may be one of the most powerful tools for catharsis ever discovered. But the story becomes even more fascinating. Researchers believe that listening to sad music may trigger biological responses associated with comfort and emotional regulation. One substance often discussed in this context is prolactin, a hormone associated with emotional soothing. Although scientists continue studying the exact mechanisms, the idea is intriguing. The brain may respond to emotional sadness in music by activating systems designed to comfort us, almost as if the brain is comforting itself. This may help explain why sad songs often leave us feeling strangely peaceful, even after they make us cry. Of course, not everyone listens to sad music for the same reason. For some people, sad music is a companion. For others, it is therapy. For others, it is reflection, a way of understanding themselves, a way of making sense of emotions that are difficult to describe. There are people who listen to sad songs after a breakup. Others play them during rainy nights. Some listen when they feel lonely. And surprisingly, many people listen to sad music even when they are happy. Why? Because sadness is not the only emotion these songs contain. Many sad songs are also beautiful, deeply beautiful. They contain nostalgia, warmth, hope, longing, reflection, and meaning. The emotional experience becomes far more complex than simple sadness. Consider a melody that gives you chills, a melody that feels both heartbreaking and beautiful at the same time. What you're experiencing is often a mixture of emotions, a blend of sorrow and appreciation, loss and gratitude, pain and beauty. And that emotional complexity can be profoundly rewarding. Perhaps that is what makes sad music so unique. It touches parts of the human experience that ordinary conversation often cannot reach. The parts hidden beneath daily life, the emotions we struggle to express. the feelings we sometimes don't even fully understand ourselves. And perhaps sad music reminds us of something important, something we often forget. Sadness is not the enemy. Sadness is part of life, part of love, part of growth, part of memory, part of being human. Without sadness, happiness would not feel the same. Without loss, we would not appreciate what we have. Without longing, we would not understand connection. Without difficult emotions, we would not become who we are. Maybe that is why sad songs endure, why they survive across generations, why millions of people continue returning to them. Because these songs are not merely about pain. Because in the end, humans do not love sad music because they want to feel bad. Humans love sad music because it makes them feel understood, because it makes them feel connected, because it helps them process emotions, because it reminds them they are not alone. And because sometimes, in a world that is endlessly noisy, a sad song can accomplish something words alone never could. It can reach directly into the human heart and remind us that even our deepest sorrows can contain beauty.